and you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Cowboys going up against the 49ers. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he hits a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this all the way back. So forget 7-0. It's 6-2. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give them 22 on that one. And it'll be a San Francisco first down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harold in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3 yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that 1st down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll set up a throw, and he finds a man with a crossing route. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Oh, he's got some breathing room and avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more after this. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll run it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Now a play fake here on first down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he's able to put it through. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that is incomplete. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that'll be incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still 9 yards to go on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you...
And look at this. It's a fake. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Check. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go now. Green.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
No. Check. No. Check. Picture. Here we go. Boom, landed.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Time for a break. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. so here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And quickly, they get to the line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a San Francisco first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Gone! Now let's go, Mike!
Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the 49ers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.
Can I get a witness in the darkness? 'Cause there ain't no love at all to be found. Feeling like a freight train, trying to break chains. Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the freak of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I'll be waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul, come on. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I'll be waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Extra, touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Shake and strut, touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Shake and strut, touch and pull up, hand in hand for one last touch. Give me what you got, oh, 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 oh. I said, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddy's girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week, working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40, in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week, working now. Everybody wanna party
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the more dangerous pass rushes. The Giants are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against the Falcons' offensive line that wants to shut that down. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Complete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket.
This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will break